Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I greet you according to your time and the time you are seeing this video. We are still on the gist from the palace of Ooni of Ife. Allegedly, we heard that the king, Ooni of Ife, gave Mariam a hot and resetting slap. Okay. According to what we are hearing, they said Laide Badmus visited the palace. I don't know, for those of you who don't know this Laide Badmus was Olori Mariam's friend, and she's one of the people that the king wanted to marry. As a matter of fact, they have almost concluded their marriage arrangement before. I don't know what happened anyway, but I thought or I think it's because of the Ile-Ife women involvement in the case of Queen Naomi that made this one to a pause for the moment, because by now we are expecting that the marriage stuff would have been finalized, but it did not happen anyway, and I didn't know the reason. Maybe the king have decided to have a rethink or anything, or maybe Laide have changed her mind, because I heard that after Mariam snatched the king from Laide, because Laide and the king were having something before Laide introduced Mariam to him. They say Mariam did the crooked way, crooked way, and took the king away from her. She was so mad at both of them then. But while the king was pleading with her, they said the king proposed to her. Then she rejected. But later, she just made up her mind to come to the palace to prepare Mariam. And that was when they said she now agreed to the king's request, And this is something that Mariam don't like at all, because ever since that news was breaking, so Mariam have been fighting the king over this Laide of a woman. As a matter of fact, she have contacted a lot of people to talk to the king about marrying Laide Badmus, but all of them proved abortive, because they were making preparations for the marriage, but along the line I don't know exactly what happened. So they said Laide visited the palace, and Mariam got the information, because we do know that they have their different chalets in the palace, including this Laide Badmus, who is not even married to the king, but they say she have her own chalet in the palace. So, but she wasn't there at the moment. She visited the palace, And as they said, Mariam got the information. When Laide was still waiting for the king in the waiting room, they said Mariam went to the king in his own chamber, because she knew that the king is going to meet Laide, as she heard that they had an appointment, and this is someone she don't want the king to be involved with, but she have no right to dictate for the king. She's just a backstabber who backstabbed this fine woman, So she don't want her to come back to the palace, to always rubbish it to her face that you were a backstabber, and finally what happened and all of that. So she went to prevent the king from going to see the woman, which is Laide Badmus. They said why she stopped the king in the corridor, because the king have come out from his chamber. He was in the corridor when Mariam met him and was asking him, "Where are you going to? You think I don't see the woman?" They said the moment he wanted to blab and do her thing, they said the king, as huge as he is and as hefty as he is, landed a very dirty, certified, resetting, hot slap on Olori Mariam's face. And they said she couldn't even raise her head, because the thing was, she wasn't expecting it, And I don't think the king have ever given her such a thing before. You know, that the hot tea, it was she never see it coming. As a matter of, maybe she never believed that the king could do a thing like that to her. But they say she overstepped her boundary by trying to stop the king from moving. You can imagine that. So my people, they say the moment she received that, she became quiet. She became humble, as in very humble and royal. Okay, oh. And they said after the king gave her the hot tea, the king left her there without looking back to see how she's faring or not, and went straight to meet Laide. Then they said from where they were discussing, Mariam could hear their voice, their laughter, hey! They said they were laughing on top of their voices, you know. I don't know what they're celebrating anyway, but they said it's business meeting. I don't know if it is business meeting or they want to restart from where they stopped concerning the marriage thing. I don't know, my people. Oh. They said while they were still discussing, so Ronke passed, and her attitude, as in the way she frowned her face, will tell you that they are not happy with the idea of like they visiting the palace. But it doesn't matter. After all, Mariam, Queen Naomi was there when they started visiting and eventually enters the palace. So if Laide visited, is not supposed to be a problem. They said Ronke's attitude was, as in, it was so obvious that everyone will notice that this woman, if she have her way, she will slap this other woman or even the king. But they said the king ignored her. Laide too was even laughing more when she saw her. These people, all they do in this palace is to pepper themselves. All they do is just to pepper themselves. And that is why you see them selling their information out. You know, because if they are matured enough, if they are not backstabbers, their issues no go they come up for that palace. But because all of them are finding a way to belittle others or to dent another person's name, that is why you see them selling their information. Any little thing that happens in the palace, they will sell it to the bloggers. Anyways, now then Sabi, is it not good? So that at least we'll see something to talk about. So my people, oh, they said Mariam, throughout that period, that she was sobbing, crying, and all of that. You know why Laide Badmus and the king we are rejoicing, making noise, spending quality time together. Hey, anyways, what did Mariam expect? What goes around comes around, and she is beginning to receive her portion of karma. You know. Anyways, my people, oh, don't forget that they are all alleged information because me, I do not live in the palace, so always bear that in mind. Okay. Thank you for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, share it, say your opinion in the comment section, and subscribe to my channel if you're yet to subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. Bye for now. Love you guys.